So Lord Farrington comes to you during your breakfast. It's good, kind of in a routine now. You guys have been given an empty house to rest in. You've been helping out around the place, keeping spirits up. Everybody's doing pretty well. And Lord Farrington comes down to where your house is, and he sees the three of you sitting there. And he looks over and he's like, Where's your Yennis? Where's your friend?
Is she not sitting here?
No.
Listen, we can't keep track of her.
She's probably playing with her puppets.
She's so small. How can you find her?
I may have oversold you then.
Oversold us for what?
No worries.
Oversold us?
I may have told your story to a friend of mine who is...
Oh, what's his name?
Not too far. God damn you. Your name's Milo Adams. I told you your story to a friend of mine, Milo Adams. I'm sorry, Sir Adams, Sir Milo Adams. He is a... he is a crusader that has had a bit of a problem. The town that he resides in, he's retired. He's a little older. He's tried several times to help out, but he's just not the same, and he's just getting older. It's what happens. But he's out there in this town. Quick town name.
Damn it.
Evanfort. He is currently residing
Deerland.
in Evanfort. He's in Evanfort, and there is just outside the city something strange going on. And the last thing that he heard, it was something to do with some cult. I didn't really get the whole thing. He doesn't know a lot about it, but he did say that a large guardian had been summoned to protect this small cave on the outskirts of town, and I kind of promised him that you guys would help him out.
Is the cult causing trouble?
Oh, we don't know yet. In fact, the symbols that he saw, he said, were definitely the symbols of a cult that he remembered from a long time ago during his adventuring time that he was able to put down and stop. But he didn't really know a whole lot. Let's be real. Be honest with you guys. He's kind of losing his mind. So I don't know if there's actually anything happening. And he is very difficult in remembering. He said something about the end of the world. I don't know what he's actually talking about. If you guys could go talk to him and maybe help him out, gosh, I'm sure he would be able to help you guys out with
I'm in.
Okay.
Who are you?
What now? Oh, yes, I am Sir Milo Otis. Wait. Adams. Hello, Herbert. Sir Milo Adams at your service. How may I be of assistance?
Sir Adams.
We come from Lord Farrington.
Farrington, the young one?
Yeah, Billy.
No, George. It was George that said...
No, it's Paraval.
What the hell is Paraval? Oh, the son.
George's son, yes.
Yes, see, George is Paraval's grandfather. I went to war with him, in the Great War of 1219.
Yes, is that where you got a magic mirror?
Oh my god.
Herbert!
I have a magic mirror.
Herbert, you have to stop.
I'm just talking to the man.
We'll be here all night.
He's lonely.
Praise Santos!
Praise Santos!
Sir Milo,
Hey?
you were mentioning something about an end-of-the-world cult.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Leave his horses alone.
it looked like... It was this... the symbol looked like a horse's
I might
head.
use the Wand of Wonder on him, just hoping that I petrify him.
It looked like a horse's... I think a horse head.
Horse head. Okay.
Yes. Like a horse. Yes.
Where was that at?
Where was what at now?
The
The symbol of the horse head cult.
The horsehead Colt is here?
In a cave. Do you know of any caves nearby?
Oh, it must be the young... Yes, there's a cave on the outskirts of town over this way.
Does it have a giant?
No guardian.
It's a good-sized cave, yes. Oh, yes, there's a guardian inside I saw. It did not see me, thankfully, because I can barely lift my sword. I've stabbed this dummy several times, and nothing. I did hear once there was this spell that would put my brain into a young lad's body. But
What?
That sounds pretty evil.
it sounded very evil.
Really?
So
Sounds
I-
like a
Really?
very bad idea.
Because
Yes.
I was thinking that I've got a young body right here.
Yes, but I want one more, in shape. No offense, of course, young lad.
None taken. I'm Herbert.
I mean, you're about as in good shape as I am.
Actually,
Okay,
probably.
Thank you very much,
Not
Milo.
wrong.
Oh, yes, and
We're gonna go. We heard about the cave, and we'll come back for lunch tomorrow.
am I busy?
No, I don't think so.
All right then, lunch it is tomorrow.
All right, so I will give you each one question about this creature that
Okay.
you know in character.
So we rounded the corner. We see a pinkish creature that looks sort of like a dragon.
The two of you both know that was me,
Okay.
as was that. Professor Farnsworth is working on a new type of technology where you can video and smell at the same time. Let's see if it works. All right. Ooh, my bad. I'm sorry, Mallory. This creature is a wyvern. One question and one question.
I just took out a wyvern almost single-handedly with my awesome staff that Mike most definitely regrets giving me. And by regrets giving me, I mean regrets letting me roll for a staff of thunder and lightning that is so overpowered and therefore awesome.
Which just means tougher NPCs.
Yep.
Large circle on the wall, it starts shimmering. And Herbert throws a rock at it, and it goes right in the middle and goes zoop, and just goes into the shimmer.
So the rock disappears. And
It's gone.
I've heard about this.
Can I
It's
use
the ancient
insight,
portal of
perception,
annihilation.
anything? And what?
Anything that touches it is instantly destroyed.
Okay, now you're starting to sound like the bard.
Yeah.
Any sentence that starts with "I've heard of this" is a lie.
You think you've stopped me?
Stopped you from what?
First, you preciously heal a town that has been plague-ridden. And then you destroy my guardian. You may have stopped two, but you will not stop the rest.
The rest?
But we probably will.
And then the three-dimensional painting crumbles into ash in front of you and the ash actually begins spreading around the ground and starts to catch fire.
But
That's not
is
good.
she also crumble?
She's gone. She's
Oh, okay. That because I was about to sweat and be like, fuck you.
So-
is
you
that a
guys
half-elf?
are close. She's human.
yeah. He's
um, You are close enough to where the altar is, where you can actually see the inscriptions on the walls.
Alright.
There's two on the left and two on the right, and then one big thing. And there's two horses on one side looking this way, two horses on this side looking that way.
Like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Continue.
As you guys are inspecting the wall, you hear the sound of a horse behind you, and you turn and you see the flaming ashes sort of come back together, and a black horse puts its hooves on the ground and like pulls itself out of the dirt, shakes itself off, looks over at you with flaming eyes, flaming mane, and a flaming tail. It's a jet black horse, and it just looks at you and then turns and walks out of the cave.
Well, that's two down.
And that's where we end the game for tonight.
And that's where we're ending the game tonight.
And I hope you enjoyed part 2 of our campaign. I realized that this was a longer video, but Mike did some seriously good voices and storytelling, and I wanted to keep it all in. I'll see you tomorrow.